Well, I'm here at the Toshiba booth today, talking with James Frank, innovations consultant with Toshiba, and we're talking about shopping in brick and mortar stores without checkout, or something that is referred to in the industry as frictionless retailing. But before we talk about any technologies, the question that retailers always ask is always about how much is this going to cost?
So frictionless retail is being driven predominantly by Amazon, who's a Silicon Valley company. And Silicon Valley has different business requirements than a retailer typically does, which is why they can afford to spend $25,000 a square foot as a CapEx for their initial Amazon Go stores. The average retailer does not have those budgets to work with. Which is not to say that we need to ignore frictionless, it's to say that it needs to be more of an iterative process from a budgetary standpoint than a throw everything at it and move forward.
So with that in mind then, and as well as enabling some exciting shopping experiences, we're always talking about some of the business challenges of actually deploying the technology, funding the technology. So could you just talk to us a little bit about what you see as some of those business challenges?
Absolutely. So I usually see there's three primary business challenges today in retail. There's customer experience, which we know is driven by things like self-checkout. There is labor, which pre-COVID was cost-based, post-COVID is just a lack of labor. And then we have inventory management and asset management. These are the three primary challenges. The elements that go into a frictionless solution all have a place in helping to solve these issues before even moving on to full frictionless.
There's a specific piece here around inventory, which you mentioned in some of the challenges. So what kind of technologies do retailers need to think about when they're looking at solving the inventory challenge, the real-time inventory checking problem?
So in order to solve an inventory challenge, for me, let's say a goal would be to achieve a 99% accuracy on shelf. In order to do that, you need to implement edge-based IoT devices and solutions that can actually help track inventory. So for example, to that end, we have our TCX Edge camera that can help monitor planogram compliance, customer behavior in aisle, working in conjunction with shelf pad technology to give you real-time or near real-time readings of the inventory on your shelf, and working all together with sensor fusion to bring all that technology together will get you to the accuracy levels that are required in order to start implementing other types of revenue-generating solutions.
So with all of those things in mind, what should our customers be thinking about?
So we are very focused on the journey to frictionless. And what that means is that in all the solutions that we develop and all the solutions we deploy, we ensure that these are aiding in that path to frictionless, so that in 5 years plus, whenever the time is ready and the market is ready for frictionless, you've already implemented on a modular level the solutions, the devices, the hardware, the software that's required to then just take the final step into frictionless, which is to say frictionless checkout.
James, that's fascinating. Thanks very much for your time.
Pleasure.